All right, forward looking to the market. We'll start with the Discord request. We're going to start with SPY. So I was looking for a return back into this gap fill range, and then I was going to start positioning short. I have slowly entered in. I'm actually down on some of those. On Friday, I did enter 412 puts for this week. But what I'm looking for is, well, I'd like to see this move come back down to the 405 range because this is a hell of a run. But as I'm looking at it on the daily, I mean, if we're targeting liquidity, we want to see this up here get ran. So if we're going to run these buy stops, we're looking at the 420.05 level. If we can push above 420.05, run these stops, our next target would be this high right here. And then we'd be looking at the 200 SMA and then point of control 442. I find this hard to believe from a macro perspective, but I could be wrong. So I'm just trying to play price action here. So for bullish continuation, what I'm looking for is to remain above the 410 area. Okay. And then I'm looking to target the 420.05 into 433.53. If I'm bearish, I would like to see it break below 409.77, target 405.69, and then 395.79. Obviously, your 400 level is going to be a psych level. So pretty important there. Now, on our 20-day hourly, you know, we've had a structure shift, bullish, and it broke down, retraced this move, and then got sent again. So, I mean, CPRT is breaking out of consolidation here. Hell of a move, right at its 200 SMA. I would be looking to take out those buy stops. We're going to target this liquidity here. All right. And then we have overhead supply right here at 142.72. So for bullish continuation, I'm looking to take over the 200 SMA, run this high, fill in here. Okay. Now, for a bearish thesis, what I'd be looking for is to lose. We really don't have much here, right? This is all just buying. But what I would be looking for a breakdown is let's run, well, we would reject the 200 SMA, we'd come down, we would lose this level here, which is right about the 125, then I target 121, then I would take out this area here, and then I target 116.07. 116.07 is the yearly point of control, so look to see if price can continue to stay accepted at that. Not a bad looking chart at all. CELH. So for Celsius Holdings, I would be looking for, we have overhead supply right here. That's right at your, no, what level is this? Right about 92.58. So see this imbalance here, right? It's all just, it was a massive acceleration to the downside. I'd be looking to have this get filled in right around here. So 91.63, I'd like to see price break above that and then run these highs here, 110.22. If it cannot do that, what I'd be looking for a rejection is, first step in the process here, we'll be losing 88.03, and then we'll be targeting 87.20 down into 85.84. If it can lose this low right here of 85.52, I would then be targeting 82.04 down to 80.59. The point of control on the 20-day hourly is 75.17. So let's take a look at Tesla. Now, these lines on my charts, this was for the premium group. If price broke above the green, we were buying calls. If it went below the red, we were grabbing puts. So as you saw last week, we had two chances at this, right? It never broke. It actually rejected, came down through, played this right into this imbalance. But what am I looking for Tesla? So 200 SMA for Tesla is at 909.43, so we're really close to that level. That would also mitigate this imbalance here. If looking for price to remain bullish, I'd like to take out this high here, which would be the 955.50 after it gets back its 200 SMA. And the reason why I'm looking at that level is because we also have a little imbalance here. So if price could come up through, run these stops, it would look something like this, wick into here, right? And then possibly reject this upper value area at 997.41. Then you would look for price to come back down and see if it could remain on the 200 SMA, and that's what you'd be looking for acceptance. For it to be bearish on this, look for a 200 SMA rejection, back down to 856.90, and then you'd be targeting right in this area here. You would want to mitigate this candle right there, right? So it broke up, went running. If it could come down, if it lost 856.90, you'd be targeting there. And then if it lost that, you'd be targeting 799.53. Small gap fill, and then back into here. FEZ, so the first thing that steps out for me here is we are approaching the lower value area of 38.05, and then we have a major imbalance up here. So I'd be looking to see if price can accept this 38.05 level, right? Run these highs here. So I'd be looking for a break above this level. This would be your 40.42, break there. Looking for a wick into here. So you'd actually be running these stops, and then you would look for a rejection at this 45.31 level. So look something like this. That would be your target. For confirmation, you could wait till it breaks 38.05, pulls back through, look for acceptance, possibly on the 200 SMA at that point, and then you would add at this point, targeting there. For a bear thesis on this, you'd be looking at a loss of 35.90. If it lost 35.90, you would be targeting 35.11, then 33.56, 32.27. All right, and then 32.19 is the swing low in this. GOVX. Well, we had a volume-based breakout here, initial short covering, tapered back down, going up. See, it broke through the upper value area, created a high, massive delivery of price down back to the upper value area, 248, and it's still holding. So what I'd like to see to remain bullish on this is I want to see 344 get taken out. That's really 339 level. And I want it to stay above the 252 range. If it can stay above 252, all is good. If it loses that, my price target would be $2, then $1.24, right? And then you'd be targeting this gap fill here. You would play this by level. You would look for 285 to get taken out, then you would target that swing high right there of 339, and then this one up here at 425, and you just work your way up, 561. That's how you have to play this because, I mean, your largest volume of shares is at $1.86. So, you know, most of the people who have been buying this over the past year, now they're all profitable, which is good. I mean, you're not going to have much overhead supply. I mean, if I could bring this out to like a 3-year, yeah, I mean, $47.80 at one point, but Dole is next. For Dole, I'd like to see it stay above 937. If it loses 937, I'm targeting this 923 level, and then I'm looking at this large imbalance here. Okay, I'd be looking for price to come in and fill out this area, probably bounce on this area of supply, or I'd be looking at the 872 range. All right, now for bullish continuation, I'd like to see that get taken out, and then we have an imbalance here, so I look for price to shoot up into here, possibly reach this lower value area at 1231, then look for 1298, and then, I mean, if it could work through its point of control at 1298, there is an area of supply in this area. So keep all that in mind. Sava, just coming off its 52-week low, actually, at 1384. That is its lower value area at 1374, and then point of control on the last 20 days would be 1729. So that's the next hurdle for Sava. It needs to take out this first 1696, 1729, target the high of this candle, which is 19. If it can break through 19, you're going to target this gap fill here, right? Large imbalance. And then you're going to look to run, if it can get into this gap, you would target the low of this candle, and then you're looking for 2368, run all these, and then that would lead you into the 3420 range. The lower value area on the yearly is 3420, and then the point of control is 5164. So, I mean, that's a lot to take out. So GameStop is rated as 200-day SMA. That's about 35.26. So I'd be looking for 35.26 to get taken, then be targeting 37.90. Then this swing high here, which is 40.41. Now this is internal liquidity, I would say, because the majority of it is up here at 48.50. So same story as always. I'd be mindful that this 32.24 level, I'd like to see it hold, just like it did here, right? As long as it can hold there, I'd be targeting these upper targets. But I like that there's a ton of price agreement in this range. All dips are being bought, so we're right about fair price right now. Regeneron, okay. So for this chart, yearly point of control is 619.51. Lower value area is 592.09. It's currently trading at 581.69. Pretty close to that lower value area. I do like that price tried to trade down into this range here at 563.82, and it was all bought up. So my next price target with that would be 587.99, then 594.68, then 602.63. Once we're in that range, we can target the point of control 619.51, then 674. This candle here, I don't mind this play as long as it can break 592.09. I'd be targeting the 619.51, and then I'd be looking to trade into this fair value gap here. Okay, if we can get back in here, I'd exit if I was long, and then I would wait to see what price wants to do, because it could continue up to 674.35, or this would be your optimal short entry, because then you would be able to fulfill these orders. All right, and then above 650.99, you would work your way past this overhead supply here, and then you would just be running. You'd be running 674 and then targeting these highs here. Roblox is next. For Roblox, I would be looking for price to remain above 41.71, and then I'd be targeting the 200 SMA at 61.23, which at that level almost fills you in for this gap fill here. This is a low of 66.34, so that would be your price target. And when I would exit this is I would be looking for a break of the 41.71, be targeting 39.56, then 37.29, and then yearly point of control is at 32.13. All right. Now price has drifted up here, and it's right at the level that it rejected at last time, which are these two. So you could run these buy stops here, which would give you enough oomph to fill in this range. But I'd just be mindful of this 200 SMA and where it has previously rejected. TWLO 85.89 is its yearly point of control. I look for price to break above and stay above that. Right now, it's compressing, getting ready for a move. We do have some near-term imbalances, but they're pretty far away. 131.42, all the way up, and then your 200 SMA is at 182.73. Upper value area is 246.97. I would say as long as prices continued to be accepted here, it's not a bad shares play. It's just if you're going to do short-term options on this, it's just compressing right now. Now you could scalp these, but shares would definitely be the play. And then for a bearish breakdown, take out this low, and then you're going to see how much further she can drop. 77.14. So 81.30 would be a level to watch, and then if it loses 81.30, I wouldn't take a short. I would be watching for the 77.14 up next. Forward with a monster move. So right now it's at 14.69, bounced. I shouldn't say bounced, launched off the point of control of 12.99. Right now, what it would be looking for is it is at an area. It's right at an imbalanced area, actually. It has overhead supply here. So next price target for me would be 15.12, then 16.66. If you can run these buy stops here, then I'd be targeting 19.53. Just pretty insane. Now for a bear thesis on this, I would look for a loss of 14.50. Right? Lose 14.50, come down. I would check out this 13.94 level, and then I'd be looking for a gap fill once we head into the 1339 area. All right, but I mean, this is a nice move here. All right, Goog is approaching its lower value area on the yearly. That is the 117.90 level. So look for price to break above 117.90. Then you would be targeting this imbalance here, which is right around the 124.09, and possibly, I'm not gonna call it top on this, but this is the level that I would be looking for right here, 126.50. All right, if it can trade into here. Now, if it rejects, I'd be targeting 113.96 down into 108.18, and that would, you know, unless it can take out this 102.21, but a lot would have to go wrong right there. So I kind of do like this move, but just understand this is compression here, right? So compression is going to lead to an area of liquidity if price is being accepted. So that's what leads me to this area. Apple got sent. You can see where my premium members had their lines, right? We had a nice short on this, but look what price did after. Didn't even really give an opportunity to get in on the call side. So, I mean, if we look back at this dark pool print, I said that that was a very important level. I mean, just every time I pull up this chart and I look at it, I'm like, oh my God. So anyways, for bull continuation, well, oh, I'd be targeting the high of this candle, which is 164.08, because there is a smaller imbalance here, and you'd be able to run these stops. So 171 would be my upper value area, and that would be my price target. All right. Then I'd be looking to see if price can break through this. And does Apple go to all-time highs? I don't think so, but hey, this is what I get for being a silly bear. So if I was bearish, what I'd be looking for? Well, I see this imbalance left behind here, you know, but so there's not much, if you wait until this candle's low is broken of 160.57, you're kind of a little late to the party, but that's what I'd be looking for. 160.57. Lose that, I'd be targeting 157.55, right? And then I'd be looking for 155.33. Then I'd be targeting these areas down here, 150.81 and 146. All right. And I'd definitely be out by the time we hit this dark pool print just to see what happens. But that 135.43 level, yeah. Hindsight though, go EV, breakout, rejected yearly point of control, comes back down and says lower value area of $3.46. So what would I need? Well, if I want to be bullish, I need it to hold these lows. Okay. Because there is an imbalance here from here, yeah, to even further back. But I mean, if you're looking at that candle's high right here, this would be 270, right? So I really would need it to stay above the 325 range, or I would be targeting down here. Now, for further upside, what would I need? Well, we got relative equal highs right here at $5, right? So take her long here. If it loses 325, you got to get out. But take her long, you're targeting 385, 439, 474. Break these relative equal highs here at 5. And then you can get a little fancy. We're up to the 588 range. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to say you should target this up here, but there's some meat on this. All right, let's check out CrowdStrike. So nice bounce here at this level I've had marked out for a while. What is this? What does this date back to? Just nice relative equal lows right here. So yearly point of control is your 183.52 level. If price can remain above that, I'd be targeting this high here. I'd be looking to run these. This is going to be right around 193.92. Then you have your 200 SMA coming up. That's 214. But we break these, we're running all this, right? And there's an imbalance at this level at 219.42. But we would probably make our push to 231.66. Yeah, this chart makes me depressed because I did want to buy down here. I'm not saying I wanted to buy the bottom, but I did see this double bottom at the 113 level, and then look what it just did. So Enphase still looks great. I mean, it had a hell of a move. Yearly point of control broke through, tapped it, tapped it, tapped it, even while the market was weak. This was staying strong, and then boom, all the way up to 284. So, I mean, the damn thing almost doubled, it feels like. What would I be looking for continuation? Well, 3-year weekly? What is this? What's this high here? 282.46. That's above it. This is all-time highs. And that's a solid candle. Um, so I mean, you could stay long, until it tells you otherwise. What I'd be looking for is if price broke below 267.50, I'd be targeting 253.55, and then I'd be looking for this 216.80, right? Because look at this imbalance we have here and here. And then the last time where price was trading and it was accepted was the 194.66 level. And I could argue that it was accepted at 220 as well. So, but that leads us right around to this upper value area. If price lost to 267.50, that's what I would be targeting. Price would probably accept right around the 253. But I mean, end phase is a beast. Price target for LabVIEW would be to take out this 1020. Price could take out 874, we'll be targeting 947, then 1020. Above 1020, we'll be looking for 1495. So that'd be a really nice move. You can see all this volume here at these lower levels. But biotechs have been really beat down. 200 SMAs up here at 2257. If price were to go, even more bearish, had this massive delivery on this candle, attempted to get back in there to fill any of these, and it couldn't. So, I mean, there's all these relative equal lows here. I'd look for these to continue to be respected. So until they're not, I like this for a long shares play. All right, and that wraps up everything that I have for the week.